Thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Generic Access Show series. How are you? How's everybody doing? It's so good. Thanks to my studio audience for showing up tonight. Really glad to see you. Really glad to see you at home, too. So happy you're here. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure what you're thinking right now is, what's a Generic Access Show series? And what's a regular Gregg? Well, we're going to find out. Generic Access Show series is actually a variety show of sorts. It's kind of like a mixed bag of all sorts of creative things bundled up and bottled inside me, and I just got to squeeze them out. It's a gas. That's Generic Access Show. But what's tonight's Generic Access Show series about? Well, it's about comics and cartoons and activities involving comics and cartoons. That's right. And who is in charge of our resident comics activity segment? Well, it's me, regular Gregg. That's right. Give him a round of applause. Okay, I'm here now. And I am going to say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say, I am your comics artist, and I make comics under this title here. We call it Bald Spot Comics. And the reason we call my comics Bald Spot Comics is pretty obvious, if you ask me. Take a look around. What do you see? A spot on the wall. That's right. You thought I was going to say the spot on top of my head, didn't you? I knew it. Well, not everybody thinks like that, but you do, so that's okay. You were right. It's actually about the bald spot on top of my head. I was just messing around with you. And that's what we do. We like to play games, we like to get funny, and we like to goof around, and sometimes we get a little stupid. And all this is free for you. Thanks to Lino Kino for having us here, and the Automot Gallery. What a time. Live streaming, first time ever, free, fun, but a little stupid. Why do I say that? Because Bald Spot Comics has some free but stupid funnies for you. All right, I bet you're excited at home now. Well, I hope so. Because you're stuck at home, most likely, because of the pandemic of COVID-19. And some of these things here that I've got for you as a free but stupid funny is to maybe help you kind of pass the time, pass the gas. Generic Access Show series, it's a gas. You know what I'm saying. You need something to do. You're a little bottled up, you're stuck inside, and you feel like maybe you've done everything. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can make comics and maybe start your own Generic Access Show series someday when you get big enough and strong enough. Well, really, to tell you the truth, you don't need to be that big or strong. It really doesn't take a genius to come up with this stuff. Just a little bit of lucid thinking, I guess you could say, or maybe just look around you. Everywhere you go, inspiration is everywhere. But let's get back on track. What is a Bald Spot comic, and what is a free but stupid funny? Well, a free but stupid funny is essentially a blank piece of paper. In this instance, it's a transparency, and it's really just several things. It's a square, and another square, and another square. That's 3 squares. All right. I don't see any of them in this room. And no squares around here, except for on the wall. All right. So we got 3 squares. In the first square, you're going to want to set up a situation. You know, it's kind of like your, it's just your situation. So you sit right there, and then I should sit. I don't know why I'm squatting when I can have a perfectly fine chair behind me. Number 2, what's going to happen next is you're going to set up a confrontation. Confrontation. Oh, everybody knows I don't like confrontation. That's a fact. But what do you get after a confrontation? You get maybe what they like to call a resolution. So you resolve your little conflict. Okay, so just off the top of my head, a free but stupid funny is an idea I came up with a while ago because I am the type of person to get blocked up a bit, and when things are serious, I definitely kind of tighten up and hold back. So I created free but stupid funnies to give myself an opportunity to just let it out, let the funny out of me. And so a couple of the ways that I will show you a couple of the ways how I come to make a funny free but stupid. But first it's just a say let's just take anything. Oh, well, let me give you an example here. I'll show you. Simple. Hi. There you go. Situation. You got a guy saying hello. Then what? I'm just some guy. So you know that already because you saw him. But he's letting you know too. He's a guy. And this is what you didn't know. Until he dies. Did you see that coming? Did you? No. You can really go anywhere with that third panel. It could just go from life to death, from hello to goodbye. It could be really anything. But let's get some more examples of what's a free but stupid funny. Here we go. Maybe you're sitting at home thinking, what's this guy really trying to teach me? Who am I to think this guy can teach me anything? Did I even really think I was going to learn anything when I tuned in tonight to Generic Access Show Series? Not a problem. Who am I? I would love to know. Why am I here? Great question. Did you want fries with that, sir? You know, maybe the voice for that guy is really a little bit more something like this. Did you want fries with that, sir? Yeah, I got it all wrong the first time. But that's the beauty of free but stupid funnies. Because even that guy maybe sounds like that. Maybe he sounds deeper than that. Maybe he sounds a little higher, a little lower. Who knows? We've got a couple more examples. Dear God, I wish I was someone else. You ever sit at home at the end of your bed, requesting from the Lord above, from whoever it is or whatever it is you believe in, could my life be different if you could just change it for me? That's essentially what he's saying. People keep asking me for help and trying to get me to fix their problems. Now, I'm not saying that that's something that happens to me often, but if you're the type of person, maybe that's what you're doing at home. Surprise. Dude, I know. Tell me about it. It's freaking God. Can you believe it? I mean, if you think he looks like that, I guess. It's just a representation, and maybe it's wrong, but it's pretty close to what the books tell me. None of these books over here, though. I'll get to them later. All right. If I'm taking up too much time, it's because this next one's a real chiller burner, if you know what I mean. Brr, sure is cold. Wait, brr, it sure is cold. Maybe we should get closer to retain more heat. Yeah! And I like to think of that one as a metaphor for doing the right thing. You know, getting together and warming each other up in a cold winter night like tonight and during this pandemic, and that's a possibility. It's not for everyone, but I'm just saying, don't get too close to the fire. And lastly but not leastly, and then we're going to take a break from this section. Here we go. Great setup. If you're the type of person who likes to play tennis and set things up, I think that's what they call it, a set. Is that what they call it? Anyone? Oh, the audience doesn't seem to know what tennis is, and that's okay, because neither do I. But in tennis, I know that sometimes you need water. So this guy's saying, hey, I need some water. It's really nice to take a break. I know! You see, he's breaking his arm in half with a tennis racket. I don't know how they do it, but it's a cartoon and anything's possible. Now, I don't think I really explained exactly what a free but stupid funny is, but I think you maybe got it from what I just taught you there with the explanation of the examples. So we are taking a break, just a brief break, so I can turn on the next song. And so just twiddle your thumbs and think amongst yourselves. Maybe even zoom in on my bald spot and stare at it for a little bit. That seems like a nice thing. Don't go offline, though. Stay online. I'm just going to tune in to our next song in the background. Oh, God. All right. Here we go. We're back with Generic Access Show series. Really glad to see you. We're back with me, regular Greg, your host. I totally forgot to thank Guy Person earlier for introducing me. That was Guy. If you remember seeing that red sock man thing that somebody else told me to hire him to be my introducer, and he's just so good. And we're back with Generic Access Show, and we're doing some comics and funnies, free, stupid, funny stuff together, and we just took a break. I don't know if you remember. And what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna teach you some simple. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't have what it takes to draw like that. You're a master. You could teach a master class in this, but I won't, because I like to offer things for free mostly. But I do take donations, I guess. But I'm not really set up for that. So we'll get right into the simple, easy stuff we can do at home together. And one of those things I like to do is I like to take a piece of paper. This is an old game I came up with my old friends back in high school, and we were playing in bands and hanging out and just screwing around. So you take a piece of paper and you fold it in half. And maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, but what you do is, say you just draw a line down the middle. You can't see that line, that's a terrible line. Here it is. Draw that line. You fold your piece of paper in half. And on one side, you're gonna write adjectives, descriptive words. And the other side, you're gonna write nouns. But you're only gonna look at one side and you're gonna write them randomly. That's one way to do it, right? So you could be like, silly, funny, happy, not silly, How do you like that? It's a surprise. And then on this side, we'll be like, completely different situation. Nouns. Let's say dog, cheese, hat, and it's just going off the top of my head, whatever I can think of. Maybe you look around the room and you're like, wood, because there's some wood over there. And you get the gist. But so what I've done is I've cut all these pieces up and I put them in these 2 sacks. Yes, see these sacks filled with adjectives and nouns. Sacks full of adjectives and nouns. I think the adjectives, the descriptive words, are in these, the red tag here, and these are the nouns. And so what we're gonna do is just randomly dig into this bag and look around. Oh, I won't look. It's gonna be a surprise. You know what? I think I'll get my lovely assistant actually to come in and do this so you guys don't think it's rigged at home. I'm gonna have my lovely assistant just step right in here and reach into this sack here and pull out an adjective. And she has pulled out. Oh, wait, stay right there. I'm gonna need you for the noun too. She's pulled out the word brand new. That's right, brand new. What a great word. That's 2 words actually. Now, lovely assistant, would you mind just digging into this other noun sack and pulling out a word? And we have bald spot. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. So then you take those 2 words and you put them together. Brand new bald spot. And I got to tell you folks, these sacks are full of words, and I didn't mean for it to at all be about bald spot comics at all. This is a surprise to me. Never saw this one coming. So then, just take a marker and start drawing. I almost feel like my first idea is a little inappropriate, but imagine I don't make it inappropriate, and I just make it just so cute. Oh, there we go. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, it's like just born, just nice and cozy. I don't want to do anything else to him. He's just so cute. But you see his brand new bald spot, don't you? Did you hear that? It's a hot show coming at you. Generic Access Show series. Word is getting around town. So, that's one game to play. I mean, we could pull out all sorts of other words in here if we wanted. Let's try one more real quick, just to show you that I'm inefficient. That's my first word. Oh, an inefficient cat. We have a couple of those at home right now. Oh, boy. Let's put together an inefficient cat. Now, what does an inefficient cat look like? I don't know. Do you? Draw one at home and send me an image somehow. Project it to me through the internet. I don't know. Here we go. Inefficient cat. All right. I'm just going to start here. That's how you know it's a cat. And it's supposed to be a tongue. So we'll just make it really big and weird. And really big head. And okay. So that's the cat. It's inefficient, but here's how it's inefficient. Okay? You're not gonna like this. Some of you might, but put some shorts on this person just in case. And a bald spot. Right. So you're one. I'm sure you're asking yourself, what makes this cat so inefficient? And that's because, well, there's a really, really long line of people waiting to get their armpits licked by that cat, and so he's taken at least 10 minutes a lick. Are you kidding me? If we got in that line tonight, we'd be at least waiting 60 plus minutes to get that lick. Inefficient cat, tell you. So it's just simple tricks like that at home. And you could do the same with a dictionary. This is a rhyming dictionary, so it could even give you some rhyming tricks. But you just go and you randomly pick a page and just find a word. Like we have Virginia and skinnier. There you go, skinnier Virginia. I don't know what that means, but you could draw it at home and send it to the Generic Access Show series. We're on the internet somewhere. Moving along. Inefficiently cat-like. I want to point out a fact that, some of this might seem a little chaotic and crazy to you, but a lot of it I'm just spitting off the top of my head, and some of it I've prepared for you. But I want to make a point that, if this is a little crazy, you don't like the randomness of these activities, and you just want to pick something and focus on one thing, we're going to talk about a theme. Picking one thing to make a lot of comics about. And what I mean by that is you basically could say like, oh, all right, we have an efficient cat, but how many other kinds of cats are there out there? Or say like, I like inefficient manufacturing, production. We're going to a different place with that thought. So that's what I'm saying. So let's say standard joke, poop and fart joke. Let's stick with that, okay? Simple, easy. Classic. It's sort of my thing. It's a staple. I invented it. I'm not saying I did, but I'm saying I did. And with that, I would like to introduce to you a series of nonstop fart and poop jokes, and that will explain to you in an exemplar way, just making it all up as I go. And that's how I like it. On the spot, the bald spot. We find out so many things about why we're called Bald Spot Comics when we just do the dang thing, Got to get your gas out somehow. Here's a fart comic, I think. My horoscope says, stick to what you know best and enjoy doing most. And it says down there, if you can't read it, horoscope only for you. Because in the newspaper when they have everybody's getting the same horoscope, it's really unfair. Not specific at all, actually. Or is it? I question that. Oh yeah? What do you enjoy doing most? Blast! Didn't see it coming, did you? Only because I told you. I kind of ruined the joke. I think I'm going to stop explaining the setups. These are all surprise comics now. Here we go. Outdoor painting. There is nothing crappy about painting outdoors. I will tell you, there's a little something crappy about this slide. My marker was dying when I was drawing this earlier today, and it actually was very upsetting, and so I will no longer be using that brand. But I'm not going to name them because reverse advertising. It's negative is a positive. People are twisting things around so much these days. You may as well just not say anything anymore. I mean, really. But then I wouldn't be doing this program, would I? A bird swoops in and says squawk, or squawk, or squawk, or chirp, 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 chirp. I don't know what sound it's saying, but I do know I'm wondering, what's that sound? Where's that coming from? Did you hear that? Is it for me? And sure enough, splat. Ah, crap. Right on the bald spot. I don't know if it's crap marks the spot or it's not X marks the spot, but all right, I think we have one more of these, and then I think we're gonna wrap things up with a little summary. I'm sorry, Ted. We're gonna have to let you go. So it's an office setting. I'm sure you're all missing your jobs, going to your jobs. So this is for the office folk who miss the office. A little office humor, maybe. You know, there's a lot of comics that have cubicle references, and these three squares are one of them. Okay, that's fine with me, but if you let me go, I'm letting one go. Boof. And then he blew him away. That's what we like to call in my biz the reverse fire. See, they fired him, but he fired right back. And that is how you get a job. Hosting the Generic Access Show series. Am I right? I am right. Nobody will hire you, so you make your own career. Now, let's just kind of wrap things up with maybe a song about all the things we learned today. What do you say? How much time do we have? We have enough time for a song? I think we do. That's right, boys and girls and everybody else at home and here in the audience. So quiet, listening, and focused. So good of you. We're going to sing a song about being free but stupid. And all the other stuff in between that comes out of our Generic Access Show program, because it is a gas, and it's the only way to get it out is by walking over here, and I'm not walking yet, but let me just go through my things, and we'll put our sign back up on the. We're gonna walk over here with me. Come on over here. I should have been up here the whole time, huh? You can see how I move around too much. But honestly, I don't go very far. All right. So, another fun thing to do at home is make a song about all the free but stupid funnies you made. And I'm just going to plug something in real quick. Okay. And I'm going to plug something else in real quick. Whoop. Go. And now, presenting to you, a free but stupid funny Generic Access Show series song. Fully improvised for you. I'm just going to get the gas out right now. Here we go. Everything on? I'm not hearing anything. Volume. Oh, it's my volume. The suspense is killing you all at home, I'm sure. And here I thought it was I was going to blame everybody else, but it's me. And all these things, you know, maybe what I should tell you is to get some equipment that works first. There we go. I have no idea what's happening to me. This is an embarrassment. Ooh, you guys hear that? Sometimes it's blocked up and you can't get it out because your wires are crossed. There. Sometimes you gotta dance a little bit while you're writing your song because you don't know the lyrics yet. And you think about it in your bald spot, if you got one. And you let it out when you think it's time to say it. Or spray it. Here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it takes time to develop ideas and songs and comics and whatever it is. But if you let yourself go, then something happens. I messed it up. Let's start again. It's different now. I've changed things, but I'm actually making my song now this time. With you at home. And you too. And all of you too. And Bono. Okay. Now go to your keyboard at home and pick the setting number 87. That's hammer shot. That sounds like a really good one. Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't know about that. Do you? That seems too nasty. It's a little too nasty for this G.A.S.S program. All right, let's try a whistle. That's fun. It'll come back. What else we got? What do you want to hear? What do you want to hear? Name an instrument. What's that? A brass? Synth brass? Sure. Here we go. From the top of my head, bald spot. I don't know. A little high. Might do that. Might not. part where we sing about comics. We'll get there. It's time to get your gas out. Right. Now we've got a pretty good background for our song about comics and getting our gas out. The free but stupid funny things we do on a daily basis. But I think it needs words.